Welcome back to another episode of Too Much Pod Tar. Tuesday, August 18th, and I'm back again with Joy Ricotta for the DFS slate for today. Main slate's 11 games for the 7:05 slate, so we got a good chunk of games, a lot of good matchups, pitching wise. So it's going to be a tough day to pitcher to be able to pick you like. But always going to be those kind of days. Kind of like to go more with the top guys and then maybe value hitters or something like that. But I like of course Darvish at the top. So I like that, and obviously Joey does because he's a Cubs fan. Darvish has been really solid this year. So
Yeah, definitely. Darvish, can't fade him at least entirely
mhm.
today because like you said, he's been cruising, picking up where he left off last year and not really walking anybody and striking out a bunch of guys and really just pitching deep into ball games. And it's what you like to see. And the Cubs will need him tomorrow to kind of they just broke the 4-game losing streak, which they lost the first game of the doubleheader today. The Cardinals then stole the second one really late, not really late because it was only the 6th or 7th when it happened, but
Mhm.
um, late in the game because it looked like they were going down in the second one as well. So,
Yeah.
uh, but they're definitely going to need him to pitch a good game tomorrow with at the rate that the offense is striking out. It's ridiculous lately. So. Um, yeah, I like Darvish though a lot.
Yeah, it's definitely somebody you could pay up for the 10,500 on DraftKings. So
Yeah,
and then you got Carrasco against Pittsburgh, which is very solid. That lineup is not too special, so it's a good lineup. I mean, a good matchup. Uh, Carrasco 30 strikeouts, 11 walks this year, so it's been pretty great so far. Well, he didn't go. The only thing is he didn't go 5 innings last time out, just 4 1/3. So we have to be careful of see if he goes the distance. But he did go 6 innings his other three starts. So uh, and well, gotten the pitch count. He's 103 in that one, 97 before, 84 to 87. So he's going to be able to go with the pitch count and just. I think with a bad lineup, he'll be able to go 5 6 innings again. So
yeah. Pittsburgh hasn't been very good offensively. Obviously, they have the worst WOBA, WRC plus, and ISO versus right-handed pitching this year.
mm-hmm.
Um, so in all those categories. So I think Carrasco's in a very good spot here, and yeah, I'll roll him out there for sure. It's a great story, his comeback here, and
Yeah,
the one concerning part is he's walked 9 batters collectively in the last 2 outings, so that's something to monitor. But even then against the Reds when he walked 4, he still struck out 8, went 6 innings, and only allowed 1 hit and no runs. So even if he walks guys, he could still be pretty dominant. So yeah, I like Carrasco.
yeah. And just to throw, like I usually like to go with guys I definitely want to stay away from. Blake Snell is one I would stay far away from with facing the Yankees. Also, is questions with his pitch count, how far he's going to go in the game. So last time out, he did go 5 for the first time this season. So, but Yankees always kill him. They didn't the last time. He only went 3 innings though. Not in that one. But no one runs over 3 innings. Uh, 5 Ks, 2 walks. But it's at Yankee Stadium, so I think he's going to be hit around quite a bit again, like he is a lot against the Yankees.
Yeah, Snell's interesting. I don't like him in this matchup against the Yankees. But they are sitting a lot of their guys now. It just seems like whoever they put in there, they're just gonna hit the cover off the ball anyways. So it's like, I don't really want to attack them with anybody, even if it's Blake Snell and even if he's going to be pitching deeper into the game. The one thing that might make this a good tournament option, just from an ownership perspective and an upside perspective, the Yankees have been striking out at the 5th highest rate against left-handed pitching this year at 27.1%. So that bodes well for Snell. Let's say if he gets his pitch count up a little bit, if it starts increasing tomorrow or today, excuse me, but that again. But yeah, that's one thing that could be a potential boom play for tournaments, but I do not like it though, as far as like, you don't bank on that.
No. One guy I want to mention for as far as like value is Nate Pearson, the rookie. He's off to a rocky start. It only lasted 2 1/3 last time out. 4 earned runs, 7 runs overall. But facing a Baltimore lineup who's been hot, but I think maybe he can find something out there. He went 5 innings his first 2 times out, and no one runs the first start against the Nationals. 3 against the Braves. So maybe if he can start rolling here, I really liked him going into the year. So as potential candidate for Rookie of the Year. So I think he can try to find something here against the Orioles. Maybe try to cool that offense off a little bit. And it's 7,400 on DraftKings.
Yeah, he's got great stuff. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, what are your thoughts
on Pearson?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got great stuff. If he can put it together here at the big league level, which a lot of people are expecting him to over time. I am too. I think he can really have a good game here against the Orioles, except the Orioles have been pretty solid for the most part this year, and I also with him it's kind of a pitch count issue as well. He hasn't thrown over 79 pitches in any of the outings yet this year, but doesn't mean that he can't, and then he could also rack up the strikeouts before getting to any of those markers. But the Orioles not being a team that's struck out a whole bunch so far this year, I don't know. I have interest in it. I'll say that. I don't know where I'm landing on it yet, I guess.
Yeah. It's kind of tough, especially like just overall in this whole season. Like, especially with pitchers, you don't know how far they're going to go, like how far they're going to be stretched out.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
There's just one more pitcher of like just a note. It's not really something you're not going to go for this guy, but he's making his debut. Tariq Skubal or Skubal, however you say it. The Tigers, they're number 2 overall number 4 overall prospect. I think. So he's making his debut against the White Sox. So he's probably not going to go that far. He's not expected to throw more than 50 pitches. So we'll probably go like maybe 4 innings. So obviously you're not going to start him in DraftKings, but definitely a good note to maybe definitely keep an eye on him as he moves forward and gets the pitch count up. Maybe some other starts you might potentially use him depending how he does. But
Yeah, definitely. Because I'm assuming his price, if he's not stretched out in this game, which it doesn't sound like he's going to be, um, his price will probably still be around that same area. So I
yeah,
would keep an eye. Definitely, that's a good call.
but
Oh, I've got a
do you got one?
couple. Yeah. Well, Maeda, because we know how
Oh
much
yeah,
Milwaukee has struggled this year at times, especially in the early goings. I like that against the Brewers. Maeda has been very solid, 2.66 ERA with 21 strikeouts so far in. Um, not seeing the innings, but it's basically at a K per inning, I believe. But a 0.72 whip. I like that. Milwaukee's striking out at, is it the third highest rate against righties? Yeah, 27.7%, third highest rate. So I'll have interest there. Luis Castillo, we know how good he is, especially with that changeup. He's had kind of a rough start, especially his first outing of the year, or not first outing, second outing of the year against Detroit, but that was also their second time seeing him, very close in proximity to the last outing that they faced him. So, the second time around, they got kind of got a feel for him, I think, in that outing. Um, But yeah, I like his potential. The only problem is he just faced Kansas City as well.
yeah.
So it's kind of like the same situation. And I don't think I want to go there like in cash games, but
Mm-hmm.
Castillo can be as dominant as anybody when he's on. So that's a place that you can look. The other two, well, yeah, there's a few guys here, but two guys I'm really honed in on. I really like Tony Gonsolin tomorrow against Seattle. I know Stripling just blew up against them last night, but Gonsolin, he's looked pretty damn good. And he got up to 82 pitches his last outing. He only pitched 4 2/3. So he didn't even, qualify for the win, but he only allowed 3 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts. Um, the lineup isn't overly scary. They can blow up like they did last night, but I'm willing to bet that it doesn't happen 2 nights in a row,
Oh,
especially against a decent pitcher like Gonsolin. So I really like Gonsolin here. Vegas does as well. And Dylan Cease, he just pitched against Detroit. And kind of mentioned how we don't usually like that if they pitch against them, especially so close together, given the offensive chance that they've seen them. But, you know, this is a division rival, and they face each other quite a bit anyways. But 6 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs, only one of those earned, even though he gave up 2 homers. Wait, I don't understand how that's possible. I think that's
uh,
awesome.
I don't know. Is it? But I think if he gives up if there's like an error and then he gives up a home run after the error, then that like somebody reaches first on an error, then the home run. Wait,
That doesn't the
well they'll
actual
earn.
homer. That one has to count as an earned run, right?
Wait, yeah, they'll actually yeah the hitter who hits it that's an earned run, but then the guy at first is an unearned. So
Yeah, but if he gave up 2 home runs, how does it only
oh
one?
wait, two home run.
It got to
Wait
be
a minute.
two, right?
Yeah, what the hell? That yeah. I was trying to explain that, but then I confused myself. I don't know.
Well, just looking at it, I'm super confused, but I don't think that line's correct. But either way, struck out 5 in 6 innings. He hasn't really been striking out that many guys, but the important part here was the 0 walks, I think. Um, against the Tigers, mainly right-handed. At least they're power bats, the guys that we will attack against lefties, left-handed pitching. I have some interest here in Dylan Cease, and it's going to be a bumpy ride, I'm sure, because he's bound to stress you out if you're watching this game. I probably wouldn't even want to watch this game because I don't want to. I don't want to see. I just want to close my eyes and pray for the best. But not that I'm overly scared of the matchup. It's just him in general lately. So, but yeah, that's pretty much what I got. Another note, I guess, David Peterson, if you're looking for like a salary relief, he's been pretty freaking solid. He's not striking out anybody for the most part, but double-digit fantasy points in every outing so far since getting called up. And yeah, he's facing the Marlins. So, I mean, the lineup isn't good, even though they've been playing okay, but they're bound to have some troubles here. They're still striking out at the sixth highest rate against lefties at 25.3%. And, the way that Peterson has looked, I don't think that's a terrible route to go as far as a cheap option goes.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with that. You could sell me on that.
Yeah, so let's move to pitchers. I mean, we just did pitchers. To move to hitters, I don't know. Well, I didn't really look into it much. So if you want to go with some of yours.
Yeah, I briefly looked, but I'm not seeing the Marlins starter for tomorrow, which I don't know if it's been announced. I just saw it on DraftKings. It looks like Humberto Mejia and Jordan McPherson of the Miami Herald reported that he's likely to start and get the recall from the alternative training site. So possibly could be him, which I mean, I don't know. I think that would be a good spot still for the Mets bats. So I just want to ride the hot hand here with some of these guys, and one in particular is Dominic Smith, first base eligible, and I believe he's outfield eligible. Let me just check that real quick. Yeah, he's outfield eligible as well. He's 4.3K on DraftKings, but he's hitting 310 with 6 bombs, 18 ribbies, and a 1.133 OPS. And most of that production has come in the last 6 games. He has a 6-game hitting streak with 5 of those being multi-hit games, while adding 4 homers and 10 ribbies. I don't care at this point really who the pitcher is going to be, as long as it's not one of their studs, and it doesn't sound like it's going to be like a Pablo Lopez or somebody like that that's been pitching well and proven at the MLB level. So Dominic Smith's 28.6% barrel rate, 424 expected WOBA, 57.1% hard hit percentage. I mean, these are all great looking numbers, and they're all basically the top of his team. So I just want to ride the hot hand here. I'll play a lot of Dominic Smith today. And then you could always go with Cano because he's been on fire as well. Kind of sets up a potential Mets stack, to be honest. But salary's increased a little bit, but not really too worried about that. Other second base options, Kike Hernandez versus a lefty. Can't really go wrong there normally. Kipnis is a cheap option against Ponce de Leon. Rio Muto's been raking, we know that. And going up against Who's he going up? Godley, I think.
Yeah, I think it was Godley. Yeah.
Yeah, Zach Godley. I think that's another great spot there. If you wanted to spend up, that's obviously the highest priced option, but uh, saving some money, you could go with like Barnes against Gonzalez or Travis d'Arnaud. He's gotten off to a hot start. Um, he's a nice value at 3K.
Yeah.
Let's see some of these other guys. Alec Boehm, uh, nice prospect. It's only 3K, and he's going up against Godley in the same matchup with uh, Realmuto. And I mean, he's started out hitting pretty well. So I kind of like a Philly stack for sure. And that's a nice value option there at third base. Um, as far as outfielders go, I'll just skip ahead because could mention Trey Turner because he's getting hot. But outfield, Ian Happ is 3,200. He's still too cheap. I don't know. I don't understand it. Like DraftKings must really not believe in him. And the same goes for Jesse Winker.
Yeah.
Winker's 3,800. I mean, and he's just been snapping off. I don't really understand some of the pricing here, but I mean, I'm willing to take advantage of it if they're just going to keep pricing these guys down. I mean, he's going up against Mitch Keller, and Winker has double-digit fantasy points in each of his last 5 games, and multi-hit games in all those games, and 5 home runs.
Oh my.
So, I mean, the one day I called on him to go yard, he double donged. So we'll have to see. I don't know what's going on with the Reds right now. I don't know if they're gonna play or not, or if there's some concern there.
I don't know.
But I love Winker if they play.
Yeah, I hope they do.
And yeah, for sure. Your call from yesterday, Eloy Jimenez was somebody I really was on as well. Obviously, we just didn't get the right Sox player because
No.
you got the other ones too with Tim Anderson and those stacks.
Yeah, Tim Anderson had 2 home runs.
Yeah, we just should have had him paired with Lou Bob.
Yeah, I almost did too, but I went with my home run call though.
I know. I did the same thing. I thought it was Eloy's day, but what are you gonna do? So today, I think it is gonna be Eloy because that's just what happens when you pick them the day and they don't do anything. The next day is usually the day that they do something. So against Scooble, and he might not even last long, and then you get into that bullpen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna ride. I'll probably ride the White Sox stack again. Like it's been working out, so I might as well.
Yeah, I'm all for it, especially at the rate that they're hitting home runs. I mean, it's how you really cash in on these stacks. You got to get guys on base and hit homers, and multiple guys hitting homers.
Yeah. I'll just mention one guy. One of the guys I like is Gary Sanchez, who's he was getting hot there, kind of cooled off the last 2 games, but still had the first 2 games of the Boston series he put up 20 points and 16 and 20 points respectively, and then the 2 home runs in back-to-back game or 3 home runs in back-to-back days. And as I mentioned, Snell, he's good against Snell. 5 hits over 19 at bats, and 5 of those hits are 4. 5 of those hits he had 4 home runs. So
wow.
I think he can get another one. I'm gonna start the home run call now. I'm gonna say Sanchez gets his fourth in 7 games.
Yeah, I could see that.
Or wait, 6 games. Sorry. Yeah, that's 6. Yeah, I did the math wrong there. It's 2. It's after 2 o'clock on the East Coast, so
Yeah,
I'm tired.
it's getting late.
Let's see. I like. Trying to think of who else. Come on.
Are you outside right now?
No, my window's open. It's just
Oh.
just the crickets outside.
Yeah, I can literally hear the crickets.
That,
So as you're like stopping to be like, let's see, and
yeah,
then there's
those
no one
crickets.
talking, and then there's
Yeah.
literal crickets.
Oh my goodness.
So that is awesome.
That's hilarious.
Oh man,
Oh
you
my
can't
god.
make this stuff up.
Folks, I did not put that in after in the editing process. That was not put in. That was literally there.
Oh man.
Let's see. I like. Here's the crickets again. Sorry. I could see some of the Rays hitters doing good against Tanaka. They do pretty decent against him. Let me see. I pull up the stats. I don't have them in front of me, but let's see. Yeah, I got Kevin Kiermaier with 8 for 32, a home run. Ji-Man Choi is 4 for 14 in his career against him. So Austin Meadows 3 for 11, 1 home run. Those are kind of. I think probably my favorite is Meadows. He's starting to get there. I think. Let me see. He's 9.2 fantasy points per game the last 10 games. He's averaging 2 and then 2 home runs over those 10 games. And those was only 2 home runs so far. So he's starting to find something there. So I think he can do damage against Tanaka.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I like that. Another guy too. If you're on the Rays tomorrow, a guy who's just been tearing the cover off the ball, Brandon Lau.
Yeah.
He's got hits in 9 straight ball games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 straight ball games, I believe, actually.
Oh.
But still, he homered in 4 consecutive games up until the last one against the Jays. So I mean, Brandon Lau, and like you said, Meadows heating it up a little bit. Yeah, I could see this lineup causing fits for Tanaka in this one.
Yeah. He's been Tanaka's
That's not Corona.
What was I saying? Oh, Tanaka's been pretty solid this year. Just 300 runs over 3 starts and 11 and 2/3, but it could be his first, but his first blow up start against a pretty potent Rays lineup. So I think he does give up home runs as well, so he's definitely somebody who can give up. Oh, sorry, just yawning. Maybe we should wrap this up. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
Yeah, we need to get out of here. No, I hear you. Real quickly, we'll just run through some stacks, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the Phillies.
Mm-hmm.
I like Washington. Who's Washington facing? Josh Tomlin. So I don't mind that. Ride the White Sox again.
Yeah.
Dodgers.
Yeah. Dodgers
It's
always. Yeah.
Dodgers always. Marco
Yeah.
Gonzalez. They've got some good righties, and even the lefties. It really doesn't matter. They can still mash.
Yeah.
The Mets. We don't know who's pitching for the Marlins, but they've got some hot hitters in their lineup, and I think sometimes just ride the wave.
Yeah.
Toronto going against Wade LeBlanc.
Mm.
We didn't really mention that at all yet. I think there's some real potential there, especially with some of their powerful outfielders like Teoscar Hernandez and Randall Grichuk. Um, Even like Vladdy or somebody like that could make something happen. Cincy, we talked about a little bit.
Yeah.
Against Brad Keller, who really doesn't get blown up a ton, but there's a chance there that it happens, obviously. So you can roll the dice with that. The Cubs have been kind of sleepwalking through these last few games against Ponce de Leon. It's a chance for them to maybe bust out. And a lot of their hitters are getting pretty cheap as well. So, I mean, even Rizzo's 4,600 at this point. So that's not terrible salary wise.
Yeah.
Which we're used to him being more in the mid 5 range. So I don't mind that, although I'm playing a lot of Dominic Smith. But yeah, like that Cleveland against Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
But more importantly, JT Brubaker.
Oh yeah. It's not a good name.
No, it's not. But he wasn't good in his first big league start.
No.
So yeah, I like the Indians there. They worked out very nicely on Sunday. So I mean you could go right back to the well there. Although Brubaker is a righty, and they were facing a lefty on Sunday.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it matters with that lineup if you get them going, like a Franmil Reyes and Frankie Lindor and all those guys. So those are kind of the stacks that I'll be looking at.
Yeah. I like another one I like is the Twins against who are they facing? They're facing the Brewers and what the hell is his name? Burns. What the hell? Oh, there we go. What's it? Yeah, Corbin Burns. I couldn't remember his first name, but
Yeah, Burns has actually been kind of solid though so far this year. I mean, nothing that like overwhelms, but he gets strikeouts at a decent rate. He's only allowed one homer so far. So I don't know, but with the Twins, you just kind of they can always smash.
yeah,
So
Nelson Cruz had 2 bombs yesterday. So
yeah, definitely. They're pretty much guaranteed for somebody's going to go yard at least once.
Yeah. Yeah, Mitch Garver, Max Kepler, Sano. Sano was still trying to find it. He's not really doing great. Still just a 148 average. But I think he's got to bust out at some point because I don't know. I don't even know what's going on with him. But
Yeah, it's bound to happen sooner or later here, you'd think.
I think so. I think that's it, though. Home run call, I guess. I said Sanchez for mine. Gary Sanchez.
Sanchez? Yeah, I like that. Ooh, I don't know, because I feel like I have multiple guys that I think will hit a home run tomorrow, or
Yeah.
could. But so narrowing it down, who should we go with? Let's go Alec Boehm against Zach
Oh,
Godley.
okay.
Gets his first of his career
That would be sweet.
today against Godley, or whoever's in the bullpen that follows him.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Because I'll still count that.
Oh, yeah.
Still
That's
counts towards my points. So
well, yeah. I mean, uh, oh, and I think, well, I've been saying this for a couple of days. Oh, no, never mind. Trey Turner finally did get a stolen base on yesterday.
yep, yeah, he did.
I didn't even see that, but
Got
I
off
think,
the schneid.
yeah. So we kind of called that yesterday, didn't we? Or I
Yeah,
did.
kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, can he steal a base? So I was asking,
Yeah.
and he did.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see
14.
Trevor Bauer's tweet?
No, what was it?
Hey, Tatis Jr., listen up. 1, keep swinging 3-0 if you want to, no matter what the game situation is. Number 2, keep hitting homers no matter what the situation is. 3, keep bringing energy and flash to baseball and making it fun. 4, the only thing you did wrong was apologize. Stop that.
Wait,
I 100% agree with him.
why did he apologize? What did he apologize for?
Because people didn't like that he swung at a 3-0 pitch and hit a bomb late in the game, his second home run in
Oh,
the game, because they were up by so much.
that's
And the way that he might have looked, I'm not sure. I didn't actually even see the homer yet, but I know, like, I turned the game on like right after it happened, and then the announcers were talking about it, but I was kind of doing research and stuff, so I didn't even see the home run, but I'm not sure if he like made a
mm,
look after he hit it or not. But
uh,
I believe they were just super pissed because he swung 3-0 when they were up big.
yeah. I'm just looking, and I saw a quote from Chris Woodward, the manager. He said, "I didn't like it personally. You're up by 7 in the eighth inning. It's typically not a good time. 3-0. It's kind of the way we were all raised in the game. What? Like, not. I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
mean, really honestly gives a fuck if they're up by whatever and you're swinging
I
3-0.
mean,
Like,
yeah. Like, why?
at this point,
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how that's how you're raised. Like, you're raised to just step on their throats. To be honest. I guess. Well, I mean, if that's like little league, then it's gonna be a freaking like a mercy rule anyway.
yeah, exactly. So this is my thing. This is what I tweeted to one of the guys that I follow, and we talk a lot on Twitter. Seth Klein at Seth the Sportsman. He actually had a tweet, and he said, "MLB, we want to make baseball fun, so we're going to shorten games, universal DH, players get beheaded if they let an infield fly drop, locker room shower cams, dot, dot, dot. But no one can swing at a 3-0 pitch when you're up by 7 runs. That's Bush League. Don't ever try to win by more than 7." I just thought that was hilarious. I said, Bush, don't you dare try to put together good at bats and take good swings as if the game is still going on and you're also trying to prepare yourself for future at bats. We don't have a 10-run mercy rule, but please act like we do. So,
Yeah.
just to your point, like I don't understand. Like if you don't want players to play the game like it's supposed to be played and play their hardest, then why not just put a mercy rule in effect then if it's so out of the ordinary and so bad for them to try once it gets to a certain point.
Yeah, seriously, like I don't know. It's just
It's almost like a disrespect to the game, honestly, how I look at it, because the fans want to see entertainment.
yeah, and Tatis is one of the most exciting players in today's game. Like,
Yeah, you think anybody the fans side of things, do you think they're going to be like, "Oh my god, he hit another home run." No. No. Oh, how could he do that while they're up by 7?
why would he do such a thing?
I mean, no, it's actually the opposite. Like, wow, they're up by 7. Tatis just hit another bomb. Wow, that dude's killing it.
You know what? If I was a Rangers fan, I'd be like excited. I'd be like, yes, I started him at DFS. Another home run, grand slam. Let's go.
Yeah, if they're playing DFS, yeah.
Yeah, that's. Well, I mean, I'm talking about myself being a Rangers fan if I was, but
Oh, I see.
like, like if I was a Rangers fan and playing DFS, like that's what I would react. Like we're already down 7, not gonna come back. Who cares?
Exactly, yeah. Exactly how I kind of was when um, looking at like Orlando Arcia when he hit his bomb against the, well, at that point I think the game was still um, I don't know what I'm talking about because
Uh,
it was a pretty close game against the Cubs, but I mean, yeah, that was just my example because like I hated the fact that he hit a home run, but I'm like, yes, I played him.
yeah.
But yeah.
But now, what was I saying? Oh, Tatis's price is gonna be even higher now, probably on DraftKings. Because what is it now? I don't even know. I forget.
Tatis, yeah, the pricing I think came out before because they had one of the later games,
Oh
but
yeah.
he's not even playing on this main slate,
No, but I
so
mean, I don't know. He's still
I'm
gonna
not
be
sure if they
like,
even. Sorry,
oh, what's that?
no, I don't know what I was saying.
Oh, I was gonna say that I, I think he's like he was. I think or yesterday. I mean, he was like the most expensive shortstop or something, or up there at least. I mean,
Yeah, he was the
uh,
highest price.
oh yeah, it was probably. Well, Lindor is 5,300, so it's probably It's probably like 5,600 or something like that,
I think it was 5.4.
or five. Yeah, I don't know.
It was like just above him. I think. I don't quote me on that, but yeah. So
Um,
next time he's on the slate, though, he'll definitely be the highest price,
oh
unless
yeah.
like Trevor Story's in Colorado
Mm, yeah.
against a lefty or something. Like, they can pretty much guarantee him and all the Rockies are going to be priced up.
Oh yeah. Oh, I think we're done here. We ran through some things for DFS. It's been a. I've been struggling like I made like I pretty much broke even a couple days ago. I made $10 and I paid in $10 for 3 lineups. Like overall, I mean, but yeah, yesterday I didn't make anything on 3 lineups. Uh, one of them was the lineup that we had, like of course. So that one was pretty. That didn't go anywhere. It was like the bottom of the one tournament I was in.
Oh man.
Uh, and I was close in one, but I fell short because like I hit on a couple guys, but then other guys didn't do anything because
Yeah.
Anderson put up all those points. I got Gallon and uh, Who else did I have? Oh, I had some. What the fuck? Gallon. Oh, Davies. I had Gallon and Davies, and they were pretty solid. But other than that, it wasn't really much. Because Hosmer did okay. I guess he had a couple hits, but those other guys that didn't do anything, like Merrifield, he didn't do anything. I don't think. Some other guys.
Yeah, for sure.
But I hopefully I could get back on track. I make some more money.
Yeah, my night was honestly terrible up until I still lost money, but I didn't lose as bad because I was down by quite a bit going into the night slate. I decided to play the night slate because I was pissed off I didn't get all my lineups in that I had already reserved for contests, and which DraftKings really desperately needs to do something about, by the way. I'm going to just make this like a PSA because when you reserve lineups or roster spot, for contests, if you don't enter a lineup, you can't edit the lineup. And I understand that lock has already happened, but what you can do is you can edit your players if the game hasn't started yet. So why, if I didn't enter a lineup, but I still reserved for that contest, why can't I choose players that aren't playing yet? There should be something that allows you to do that, because basically those blank lineups that I reserve just go straight to the bottom. It's just burning money. You have no chance to win at all. It's just a blank lineup, and you're just in the tournament and you're just throwing your money away. So I was super pissed off, and I decided to play the 5-game night slate, which I played a couple different tournaments, but there was a $33 entry. It was a 3 max tournament. You can only have 3 different lineups out of 106 people in it, and I placed 8th with one lineup, and I placed 13th with the other, so totaling $200 what I made, and that got some money back. I still didn't win money, but I at least recouped. But I had if Manny Machado would have done anything, because I had I had the Giants stack, and I had a Padres stack with obviously Tatis in there and Grisham, and it was a mini stack with Machado, and Machado didn't do anything. If they would have done anything, I would have won first place because I had Zach Gallen and Belak as my pitchers. So, and that was first place was $330. So both of those teams that placed 8th and 13th probably would have been at least close to first if they would have done anything. But fuck, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, you know? You can't do anything.
It was 159.55 was the winning score, and the 8th place team I had was 139.85.
Oh my god!
So I was 20 points off. So I guess maybe if he wouldn't have done anything, he probably would have had to contribute quite a bit. But at least I could have won even more money.
All right. All right. I think that's it though. We almost at 50 minutes for this. We said we were gonna do like 15 minutes, but
well,
that's how it goes.
Oops.
Yep.
The real life job suffers because you don't have any energy, but at least you have energy for podcasts and DFS, I guess.
I guess. I mean, that's our dream anyway. Just doing that for like full time.
Oh yeah, yeah, it definitely is. But if I don't continue to work right now, I won't ever get to see that train probably.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah. Let's get on up. Good luck, guys, tomorrow.
Yeah, good luck
Today.
with everything.
Excuse
That
me.
makes what's that?
I said today again. Excuse me.
Oops. Yeah, that's today. Uh, DFS tomorrow. We'll be back again. Maybe Frank will be on again. So we'll be keep rolling through these DFS episodes. Get those listenership up. Um, so I've seen kind of a boost in listening. Got a few more, I think, of late. I think a lot of times too, like people are looking up DFS, like that's something they find, or if they look it up for that day, like they want to see what people think, and they'll come across some of these pods. So that's definitely a good thing. Have more people tuning in, starting to tune in every day. So yeah, good luck to everybody. Hopefully you win some cash, and see you tomorrow. Uh, you can never have too much pod tar or DFS. Crickets.
All right, right on.